welcome back to Candlepin Bowling, brought to you by Candlepins for Cancer. We are at our championship show. We have Korey Packard, Nick Norcross here. They're going to be bowling for $2,000. The runner-up will get $1,000. How you guys feel?
Feel pretty good. Ready to go.
You ready to go? Korey, you ready to go?
Definitely.
You had a nice win last week. You beat Dave Godwin 361 to 352.
He's a great bowler.
Not an easy match.
No, it was tough all the way. It was close pretty much the whole way. He had a few bad breaks, and I snuck in there and won.
But you're going to be bowling your world's teammate?
Yep.
No animosity there or anything, right?
No.
Nothing.
Not at all.
All right, that's good. All right, we're going to get this show on the road. It's our championship match. Well, here we are, Richie.
Here we are, the finals, Jeremy. What a ride this has been.
We have two teammates going against each other.
We have two World Candlepin Championship teammates, two World Candlepin Champions, I might add, in Korey Packard and Nick Norcross, squaring up $3,000, $2,000 going to the winner. Korey with the first ball of the finals.
And a strike. He's just picking up right where he left off last week.
Had a great match against Dave Godwin, 361 to 352. He pulled it off after actually a really tough start with a 91 game. Came back with strings of 146 and 124, and he was really locked in for those two strings.
And going for the double, and he gets it. We have another shot at that $500.
We've been itching to give it away. We've had a couple of chances at it throughout the taping. And that'll bring up our top seed, our top qualifier, Nick Norcross.
And our first lefty today. This of the tournament.
First southpaw.
All right, Nick, clean him up, kid. Clean him up. Right at that head pin, kid. Right at that head pin.
Picks out the 4-pin.
Boy,
He almost makes it.
We're off or on it.
good ball. I guess stack.
Nick is 29 years old, has a high single of 210, a high triple of 496.
Wow.
Just missing that elusive 500. High 5 of 763 and a high 10 of 1426.
These guys throughout the ladder, it's amazing to hear some of the numbers that they've put up throughout some relatively young careers, too. Beautiful ball by Nick.
Good first ball.
Leaves the 610. See if the wood wants to cooperate. There's a second piece coming to get involved here.
Think you want to go red line or higher on this one. And off the wall, gets the spare. Korey taking a crack at that $500. As we watch. He gives it a bid. Oh, leaves the diamond right.
Come on, go get it.
Misses left.
Just 7 on the fill for Korey.
So 43 pins in his first 2 boxes. And a 9 box for 52.
Number 1, still a great start. Come on, right back on another one. Come on, Korey.
Looking to start that streak up again. On the head pin.
All right, slice it over.
A little tight on the head pin. Leaves the 3, 4, 6, 7, and 10. No wood to speak of. He's going to have to make this one clean.
Just sneaks by the 3. In a 7-box, 59 after 4. Nick Norcross working on a spare here in the 3rd. I'd like to give a big thank you to Sunnyside Bowlodrome and Nick Camellas for hosting us for this series.
Absolutely appreciate them. Appreciate their hospitality. It's a great house. Beautiful, clean place. Appreciate them hosting us.
Good. Do it. Work in there a little.
And giving us the opportunity to have this platform.
Your shot, Dixie. Your
Yeah,
shot.
so if you're in the Danvers area,
One
definitely
gets a 4.
come bowl into Sunnyside.
Norcross with the 2, 4, 5, and 7.
All right, 10 and up. Yeah.
Nearly gets creative with it. Leaves the 2.
And the 10-box.
Come on, nice. All right, come on. One set here.
35 after 3.
Opposite the 7 from Korey. Can jump right back into it with a mark here.
See you, Nicky. Come on. Next. Corner.
Off the head pin leaves the 1, the 8, and the 9. A little bit of help.
Tough to get to both of the back pins here. Let's see how he opts to try it.
Oh,
Takes out just the head pin.
interesting. He didn't get any of those back pins.
Yeah, the other pieces of wood just kind of died, and somehow both of them moved forward.
For those who don't know or watching our show for the first time, there is a line 12 inches from the head pin. It's called the deadwood line. No pins can come out past that. And it's a 9-box.
So Norcross with the 9-box gives him 44 through 4.
It's a 15-pin lead right now for Korey Packard. Back on the head pin. Guess a 10 to fall. Looking at the 4-7.
Boy, that was ugly for a second, but it got
That was
really good, really quick. Wood stops out on the front lip there. Gives him just something to look at.
pulls it left a little bit, leaving the 4-pin. And the 10-box, 69 for 5 boxes.
No, little bounce. Go into work here. Little bounce here. Little bounce.
Oh, he,
All right, work it out. Work it
Korey
out.
misses,
Can't make 'em.
goes half Worcester left. Korey is single, has 2 daughters.
Clean him up, Corey. Clean him up. Ain't it better, bud?
Got Emily, who's 21, Lauren, 17. And a solid 9 for
That
an
is a
out.
good 9 out of that. Kind of box that could go any which way, and he ends up getting a 9 out of it. Gives him 78 through 6.
Nick on the head pin, leaving the 3 and the 10.
Be on it here, right there.
You know, as a lefty, this is set up just perfectly for him.
9 and 10. Just stack 'em.
And an 8-box.
Come on now.
So when I had Nick fill out his bio sheet, you know, I had a section for hobbies and interests. So he wrote, he works a lot, and he collects trains.
He collects trains.
He collects trains.
Oh, that's interesting.
Apparently there is still a money market out there for collecting trains.
I wouldn't have guessed. That's fascinating. I'd like to know more about that. like actually freight locomotives. Like,
Oh, what a shot. Timely spare for Norcross.
it just seems like an exhausting hobby to collect full trains. Like, is he like the red line? Like, oh, you mean like toy trains? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Korey back with a great headpin hit, leaves a 5-10.
Nick, it should be said, I think I can speak to this without speaking out of school. One of his hobbies and interests is keeping this game afloat with all of the old school research that he does and brings to the table. He's posting all the time on the Lost Candlepin Bowling on Facebook, and he's got an endless archive, it seems, of videos and all kinds of different stuff that really is helping keep the game afloat and keeping it alive. And he's an old soul like that, and I know that I appreciate it. And I know that we all do, or we all should at least. Korey with the old 9.5 box on that.
No, I 100% agree. And a lot of the older stuff that he is posting, I mean, that brings back memories for our older community members that are...
It keeps the game alive for us, and it reintroduces the game to some people, and it introduces the game to some people. And so shout out to Nick, and shout out to Brendan O'Dowd as well for doing a huge part of all that and keeping the game's history archives alive. It's really important, and those two guys in particular are doing a great job with it.
Yep. Korey with a 9-drop, leaves a 7-pin. And a great shot for a spare.
Shoves it right back there. That was a good shot. No gimme. That'll give him 97 through 8 here in the first. Norcross now working on his second mark of the string. Looking to make some noise here in the 7th.
Just off the headpin. The 8-pin does fall, leaving the 4 horsemen on the right side. With the 1, 3, 6, and the 10. Just misses to the right, leaving the 1 and the 3. And he'll pick it up for a 10.
Clean it up now, come on. The rack right there.
Opposite Korey's spare in the 8th. Right on the headpin again. This time it leaves a 3 and the 7.
I got the 6.
Oh, the 6 and the 7. I'm sorry.
7. And the piece of wood here decided to stay on the deck, which I think is going to be his choice to play it here. Get something to fire off the wall.
Oh, and he makes it!
He goes right by it. What a shot by Norcross. Right by the wood. Sneaks the 6 right into the 7. Beautiful shot by Nick, right on time. 9-pin match, heading home here in the first.
I mean, that's a clinic right there on how to make a shot. Let's see how Korey responds with the fill. On the headpin again, 9-drop. Looking at the 10-pin. Interesting, he has a piece of wood that's out and another piece of wood in front of the pin.
Goes right at it. That's the play.
And that's a great shot right there.
That's a good shot. Exactly right.
Nice shot, Korey.
That'll put him at 116 through 9 plus the ball.
Korey looking to add another $25 in bonus money. Now for this leave, that's the best you could hope for.
Yeah, usually you don't get that second piece that's over by the 5-pin. In this case, you can get the broom out and try to sweep it over.
So he's 123 after 9 boxes.
Although the wood is far enough, he could hang it on the gutter. Let's see what he chooses to do. Gonna try to sweep it.
Oh, and he just misses right. Gonna go for the 2 and 9 box. A 132 first string for Korey Packard.
Come on, Nick. Still room for 4 here.
Norcross now with 88, working on a spare here.
Right through the middle. He has the spread eagle plus the 9 pin. Puts him at 91 after 8. Takes out the 2 and the 4. A 6 box for Nick. It's at 97 after 9.
Well, nothing a mark doesn't fix. Keep it nice and close going into the second string.
A great first ball.
Good ball. It does trip the 5 at the end of the day. Looked like it wanted to stand for a moment. The last second it did fall forward.
He's just looking at the 10 pin. And he's right on it.
Clutch mark. Timely box from Norcross. Anything that he can get on this.
Just try and cut into the lead a little bit. Right on the head pin.
Nicely done.
And a good 8 fill. 115. 17 pin lead for Korey Packard going into the second string. So 132 to 115. Nick is going to start off our second string. It's down 17 pins.
Down 17. You seem to find a little something, a little bit of rhythm there in the finish there.
Yep.
In the first game with a spare 8 finish. Found the head pin a couple of times.
Well, he found it there. Unfortunately, that leaves a spread eagle plus the 8 pin.
Almost the identical leave he had in the 9th in the last game.
Yep. He'll chop through the 6 pin.
Work it out.
Hoping to get a good out of this. And he gets a 7. That's not a bad out. I mean,
Lucky 7.
that's a box that could very quickly turn disastrous.
They do say all good games start with 7, I guess.
That's what they say.
Not so sure if the math agrees on that, but
Down, Nick.
A little off to the left. Leaves the 4 horsemen right plus the 8 pin. Nick is no stranger to the lights either. He was on the Comcast Candlepin Challenge show twice. Candlepins for Kids. Ness and New Generation, Classic Candlepins, New England Candlepins, King of the Palace. He knows what he's doing.
he's been everywhere, man.
And a great 10.
And again, at only 29 years old, you know he's got plenty coming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice 10 out of Nick. Gives him 17 for 2. But he is chasing 17, so Korey really here with the early advantage.
Korey missing the head pin. Leaves the 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 9. Oh, and he gets it. The piece of wood comes off the wall over to take the, was it the 4 pin?
I believe the 4 was last to fall there. That was an interesting one. Something came back off the wall and like a house of fire took it. It was either the 4 or it may have been the 2. Went so quickly I couldn't tell.
That's a great shot right there. Misses the head pin again, but not a terrible leave.
No, not the end of the world. He's got the 1, 3, 9, and 10. The wood's coming up, and if it does touch the head pin, I actually kind of don't like that. I almost prefer to have the shot clean so you can get both the 9 and the 10. Doesn't change how I play it.
Fair enough. All right, $8 for Korey. And where this is the finals, we do just want to reiterate the Candlepins for Cancer charity that Al Johnson has brought to everybody.
Yeah, Alfie's done a great job putting all this together for us. We can't wait to see how this grows for our first taping here. It's been a great time, and Jeremy, could you just lay us that information one more time? Tell everybody how they could donate and get involved with Candlepins for Cancer.
If anyone is looking to donate or knows somebody who is struggling with bills after going through chemo or any sort of cancer-related issues, you can reach out to Al Johnson at Candlepins for Cancer. It's 467 High Street, number 8, Hampton, New Hampshire, 03842. I mean, this is just something that's to help the bowling community and their families who are struggling with, expenses after going through, cancer treatments, which can be costly.
Yep, and this is something that always it hits near and dear to all of us. We all know someone who has or is dealing with cancer, and for all of us as a Candlepin community to come through and all be in on something like this together is we're all really fortunate to be a part of this, and that's led by Alfie Johnson. So if you're interested in donating, you can send your postcards or you can send your donations to Candlepins for Cancer. And if you know someone, please let us know, and by getting in touch with us at Candlepins for Cancer, and maybe we can help your family out too.
And it's all anonymous. So, I know some people can feel embarrassed about things like that, but don't.
No, please just reach out to us, and that's the idea. We are a Candlepin family, and this is for the bowlers, by the bowlers, and that's what it's all about here today.
Yeah, I agree.
So
a
Norcross,
great job. Sorry, that was
pardon me.
a great job overall by Alfie.
It is. We can't thank him enough. He's been our guy the entire way. He's organized all of this, and shout out to him and everybody that's here today that's put this together. What a real treat, honestly. Korey had a really tough one there. Did about all he could to even try to get 2 pins involved there. Settles for just the 8.
So he's sitting 32 after the third box. Opposite Nick's 7.
So he does have a 23-pin lead through the completed frames. And opposite the 7, a mark here about halfway home would really be a crucial point. Drops 8, leaves the 2 and the 4. Your standard 2-pinner. Although there is nothing ever standard about a 2-pinner, is there?
There's never anything standard about it. Just misses the 2-pin to the left, takes out the 4. I think it's just because I can't hit him. Got a $9.
So Korey can't capitalize on the open boxes from Norcross. So it's just 25 pins here through 14 completed frames. $2,000 on the line of the winner.
Nick off the head pin, but gets a break. Leaves the 6 and the 10.
Well, that is a break. Could be the one he needs.
Oh, he's got triple wood this time, though.
Does have triple wood. Shouldn't influence the shot. And
Nope, he hits it clean.
It's on the board here in game 2.
Nick looking for a big fill here. Looks like he's going to find the headpin, and he goes with 10. Big spare strike for Nick Norcross. That puts the pressure on Korey right now.
Just like that. Korey has had the answer. Whoa.
I mean, that's not something you want to be looking at after a headpin hit. You have to.
For a moment, it looked like just the 1-3.
The 2, 6, 7, 10. Pucks the 2. And he'll pluck the 6 and have an 8 box.
And with that, the lead is down through completed boxes to 13 pins, and Korey's opposite the strike from Nick Norcross.
Just off the head pin. He has 4. You have the 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 10. We'll get 2 more. And a great 10. Nick working on a strike. Looking to see if he can add $25 in bonus money. On the head pin for the double. Oh! Leaves a 7.
Buries the 1-3 pocket. And he's on it.
And he's got the $25 in bonus money for 3 marks in a row.
And with that fill, the lead is down to 3 pins. Excuse me, 4 pins. 3 pins.
Trying his best to put another strike on it, but only gets 8. Leaves the 5 and the 9. A piece of wood is trying to crawl out.
Well, he doesn't really want it there.
No.
He's going to have to go all the way to the right. Try to spin it in there.
Nope, and I think he knew as soon as the ball was going down.
That's a really difficult shot with the wood angled in that manner.
And a 10 box.
Good bowling out of Nick. Puts him at 101 through 8.
Korey, your turn, Korey.
Just missing the head pin. Leaves the 1, 3, 6, and the 8.
26 and a 7 isn't 43, it's 33.
And a great bid. The 1 goes off the wall and around the 8 pin. And he'll pick up the 10. Korey sitting 69 after 7. a big 9 drop.
All right, go get it now.
My sources tell me that Korey Packard also has a Pro Series doubles championship.
Oh, does he?
He does.
Really?
With one Richie Myrick.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget? You know, I believe that was here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that was here.
Little bit. Get your 10
Just misses the 8-pin, or 9-pin, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was totally here. How could I forget?
He'd be upset you might forget.
Oh, of course not. No, you don't forget bowling with a guy like Korey, that's for sure.
Korey, as we mentioned last week, was our 2021 Chicha men's champion. Walked out of that tournament with $2,500. Nick with a great first ball.
$2,500 and a chance for $2,000 for today's taping. That's a pretty good run, I'd say.
Yeah. It's nice to see some good money floating around our game right now.
Absolutely.
Nick with a good bid, leaves the 7. A little bit of a roadblock, gets a 9 box.
All right, come on now. Finish strong.
Gives him 110 through 9.
One big one on the end here. 140 still there.
He does have the lead through completed boxes, but could use another one here coming home. Blows out the middle. He's got the 3, 4, 6, 7, and 10.
He's going to give it a ride. Leaving the 4-pin.
One heck of an effort.
That we have a 119 for Nick, his second string.
All right, guys. Come on, Corey.
Korey with 78 after 8. Through completed boxes, Nick has a 6-pin lead. Bounces that one a little bit. Not a terrible leave. Got the 1, the 2, the 7, and the 8. Tries his best to run it, leaves the corner. 7-pin stays up. And a 10 box. Got 88 after 9.
Shaves another pin off the deficit. It's down to 5. Norcross had a 9 box in the 10th here. Korey looking for a mark to take the lead into the 3rd string.
On the head pin again. Not much to show for it. And the 2, the 4, and the 6. That's the 2 and the 4. And a 10 box for a 98 string. So Nick will take the second string.
Nick will take the second string, 119 to 98, and he will take a 4-pin advantage into the 3rd string.
So we're going into our 3rd string. The lead is less than 5 pins for $2,000.
That's $400 a pin by my math. No pressure or anything, right?
None whatsoever.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, this is it, Richie.
Here we are.
1 string to go.
1 string.
4 pins.
4 pins.
$2,000.
Hard to argue with that.
Wow.
Now that you can argue with. That's that's the 4-5 and the back row. What a way to start the 3rd string.
takes out the 8 pin. At this point, you're just trying to at least get a 7 count. Korey with a 6. Not much you can do with a box like that.
No, not really. You just plug away and throw the same first ball and hope for a little something better this time.
Just off the head pin again. Here's the 1, the 3, the 7, and the 9. Although the 3 pin slid about an inch or so.
The 3 did move off his spot. It may change the shot a bit. Korey goes
Tries
outside.
to go outside, makes it.
That's a
Great
really,
shot to come back from a 6 box.
really nice shot from Korey, especially to go outside there, because inside, as you rightly said, that 3 pin had moved off the spot. Not so certain it would have gone traditionally. Big shot from Korey. Norcross off to the left. Not too bad though. He's got the 1, 3, 5, and 6.
It's got a little bit of wood between the 3 and the 6, or it's behind the 6. I'm sorry. Oh! If anything, I kind of expected the 5 to stay. And a 9 bucks. Nick opposite Korey spare. Off the head pin again. Catches a
better all the
break.
time. Winds up at the 610 after all.
Couple pieces of wood there. Couple different options.
Not exactly a gimme. Gotta make sure you get to the 10 pin here. Good shot.
And he matches Korey's mark in the 10th, the 2nd. Excuse me. Jumping ahead of myself.
Seven-pin match.
Korey back on the head pin. Leaves the 2, the 7, and the 8.
Angled wood's going to make it difficult to get to the 8 pin.
Gives it a try. Sets up nicely for the 10.
Good 10.
So 33 through 3.
So he's had a couple of weird ones off the head pin. Stays on the head pin nonetheless and leaves another toughie. 3, 6, and 7.
Goes on the outside. Leaves the 7. And he'll pick up the 10.
Important pin. Gives him 43 through 4.
Nick right on the head pin again. Leaves the 5, 7, 10. You have a piece of wood. I think if you go What do you think? Left side of the 5?
I like the right side of the 5.
You like the right side.
Did. Got it to jump over if he was a little bit lower, or a little more on the 5-pin maybe, lower on the wood. Either way, very difficult to carry both of those corner pins. So he'll settle for the 9 and 35 through 3.
5-pin lead through completed boxes.
Mom's away, baby.
Jeremy, that was 8 or 9? That was an 8 box?
So Nick with an 8 the last box, which gives him 34. A 1-pin advantage through the 3rd. A 5-pin advantage overall.
Oh, he gives it a good bid.
Good 10 for Nick.
10 out of 10. So I stand corrected. Nick had an 8 box in the 3rd. That puts him at 44 through the 4 and a 5-pin lead. Korey sitting 43 after 4.
Whole second half here, boys. Whole second half. Big finish now.
We're almost halfway through the string. Still tight. Off the head pin. Leaves the 1 and the 6.
Pretty decent break for the leave.
Or the 1 and the 9, excuse me. Oh,
Wow. A little full on the head pin, unlucky to carry the 2nd.
Yeah.
And it'll be just a 9 for Korey.
Tough half, Korey. New half now. New half. Come on.
Korey's halfway through his string. 52 at the half.
Down the 5 pins coming into this trip. He's going to really need a mark at some point.
Just off again. They're still falling.
They are still falling. They're still falling. Interesting way to leave the 7-10. See what the wood decides to do. The 2 pieces with a second one that's angled at the 10. Going to be tough to carry the 7 if he does choose to go left.
Oh!
Wow, and it jumps in front of the 10. Boy, Jeremy, of the 2 pins, I wasn't concerned about the 10.
No, not in the least. And he'll pick it up for the 10.
A working man's 10 box and 62 for Korey Packard through 6.
Of course, as we're getting down to the wire, the pressure in their heads has got to be building and building too.
Certainly escalating. These guys know what's at stake.
Got the 1, 3, 7, 9, and the 10. Gives it a ride, leaves the 7 and the 9. Oh, almost makes the 10. Leaves the 7 though.
Hammer time, kid. Let's go.
Opposite the 10 box. Here in the 6th, Norcross up 5 pins.
Right through the middle.
Work it out, work it out. Big
Got the
right.
spread eagle.
Side here. All right, 3 more.
Picks out the 6 and the 10, leaving 6. And a 9 box.
Let out. Way to work out there. Sure, Korey.
I think anything above an 8 after leaving a spread eagle is considered a successful out.
Oh, I agree. Especially given the circumstances, he's glad to get a 9 there. Keeps his advantage at 4 pins with 4 boxes to go.
They're even for the string. Norcross still with the 4-pin lead. Korey with a 9-drop.
Beautiful ball by Korey.
All right, go get it now.
Absolutely punishes it. Leaves the 10-pin. Piece of wood there. He can opt to go by it. He can opt to use it.
He's going to use it.
Jumps off the wall.
And picks the 10.
Important pin.
Because if you notice, Korey's last few boxes, 10, 10, 9, 10. 10. I mean, he's left 1 pin on the deck in the last 5 boxes.
That's what's keeping him in it. Still in single digits. There's a break he was looking for. He leaves the 1 and the 7. Wood slightly angled to the left. Really use this one here.
And he's going to make it.
Beautiful shot
It's a
by
big
Korey
shot for
Packard.
Korey.
Big time shot. Look at that big mark right there.
So Nick is coming in.
All right, Nick.
4-pin lead.
Right out of the gate.
Korey just puts a mark in the 8th.
So you have to assume that Korey's going to get more than 4 on the fill. So Nick has to assume he needs a mark here. It's a good ball on the 1-2, but he leaves the 3, 4, 6, and 10. Every ball so crucial now. Norcross takes out just the 3.
Almost gets the 8.
Your turn here.
The 9 box.
Now a 3-pin advantage for Norcross, but he is opposite the mark from Packard. Here in the 8th.
Another great first ball.
Just a brutal break to lead the 3, 9, and 10.
I mean, how do you approach this shot?
You put it on the 3-pin. It's the best you can do. You can try to go off the wall, try to cut it. In a vacuum, I guess you want to go off the wall, but
Yeah.
beggars can't be choosers in that situation. He does a great job to get a 10 and keep himself alive.
We have 2 boxes left.
You got these last 2.
2 boxes left. We have a 3-pin match. Korey is down to 3 pins, but he is on a spare.
And a big, and he gets 10.
Great ball. Big pitch right there, dude.
Strike on spare.
And just like that, Korey Packard with a 7-pin lead through the completed 8 frames.
Looking for the double. Leaves the 3 and the 9. Piece of wood between the 2.
Yeah,
Barely.
Can't hurt the shot.
Oh,
Jumps
leaves
over
the 9. So far at 120. And a 10 box for 121. For a 351.
That's a 1 box, yeah. Come on, Nick. Throwing a great ball. Let's stop now.
I think it's safe to say Nick needs to throw a strike.
Nick needs to throw 2 marks one way or the other. Hey,
Right on time.
There's one.
Uh-oh. Woo! Well done, yeah. Somebody got it.
Norcross requires a spare and 6 to tie, a spare and 7 to win.
Oh, he's off the head pin. He does have another ball.
He's got a shot at the spare. He has to make this. Oh, he makes it!
What's happening right now, Rich?
What's happening here, Jeremy, is Nick Norcross needs 6 to tie, 7 to win, 7 pins for $2,000 on our inaugural Candlepins for Cancer. Unbelievable bowling.
Finish was with a 120, 354, 351. Nick Norcross is the winner. $2,000.
Wow, what a match! You can't script it. You just can't script that type of stuff.
That is one of the best finishes I think I have ever seen.
To pitch out like that and take out the triangle on the left, to take out just the 4, 7, 8, and you know you have to make it. You know you have to make it, and you make it. And then you have to throw a great ball on it, and he does both of those in the face of adversity. $2,000. Well done, Nick. Well done, Korey. That was incredible.
I can't end any better than that. That's a perfect way to say it.
I mean, to finish off our first taping, this is wow. Wow.
It couldn't have ended any better.
Great stuff.
I had goosebumps.
I still do. I think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Wow. Incredible.
Wow. What a finish. You couldn't have scripted that any better. I mean, I had goosebumps. I don't even know what to say. Korey, you bowled great. You had $100 in bonus money from the last match, $50 in bonus money for this match.
Great.
Walk out of here with $1,000.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And thank Al. He did a great job setting all this up. Everybody that helped with all the filming and everything. Like, great job.
Nick, those 2 boxes. Striking the ninth.
That was insane. It was a low-scoring battle for the both of us. I mean, he was hitting more shots that just weren't going, and other times hitting the pocket, getting splits too tight. But it was a battle. It was a grind. Yeah,
in the third string, it was all between 5 pins the whole way down. And I said to Richie, his 9s and 10s. Each time he throws a 10s, that's forcing you to get a mark to gain pins, and it was geared up for a great finish. $50 in bonus money for today, $2,000 first prize.
Thank you.
Congratulations, great job.
Thank you.
You can't thank
Great job, Nick.
Sunnyside Bowling for hosting us. If you're in the bowling area, if you're in the Danvers area, come to Sunnyside. Thank Al Johnson for
Alfie.
putting this whole thing together.
And Frank.
Candlepins for Cancer, Frank DeLuca, Brendan O'Dowd, everybody, Richie, my broadcast partner. This has been a great experience. I can't wait to do the next one.